Hey guys, what's up? It's Emmy from the Cookie Nook, and we are ready to decorate some cookies. I think your campaign is such an awesome message that you're sending, and what better way to send it than putting it on some cookies. So you're gonna start, you have your kit. The only other thing that you're gonna need is a pair of scissors, a paper towel, and then just a little cup of water. You don't need much water at all. So once you gather those things, you might want to pause the video while you get everything. And then when you have everything, you're going to start by massaging your icing bags to incorporate the water and icing back together because it's going to have separated a little bit. Okay, so you're just going to massage those back together. And then you're going to cut tiny tips in your bags. Okay, so let's see if I can get this one close enough so you can see. See the tip? The tip on the white can be a little bigger than the tip on the black. Okay, the black's just for detail. So we're going to start, once you've cut your tips and massaged your bag, a couple pointers are to keep your elbow anchored on the table. My elbow stays in one place and my wrist is what does most of the moving. A second tip is that you want to hover above your cookie, especially when you're outlining, and not drag the tip through it. So we're going to start by outlining all three of your cookies. So see, my elbow is staying in place. Move that out of the way and bring this one in so you can see it better. Just outline the circle. You would think the circle would be the easiest shape to do for cookies, but for some reason I find the circle one of the hardest things to truly get a true circle. And then we're going to outline our other rectangle. Right here, my kids in the basement playing. So it happens when everyone's home, right? There's going to be a little background noise. All right, now that we have them all outlined, we're going to flood the cookies. So that just means we're going to fill it in. So you follow that same path that we just outlined with. And you'll want to squeeze with a little more pressure this time. So this right here that we're using is called royal icing. That means it is confectioner sugar, meringue powder, vanilla, and water. There we go. Just fill it all in. If you miss some spots, that's okay. You can go back and fill those in after. Round and round. All right, and then you can shake it to have it smooth out. And now you have a toothpick in your kit. So if you have any spots where it's dripping over the edge, you can just clean it up by running your toothpick along. Now, if you found that it was really runny, that means that you did not massage it together enough, okay? So, now that you have it flooded, you're gonna take one of your images, okay? And with the paintbrush that's in your kit, you're gonna dip that in water and then dip it on a paper towel. You do not want your paintbrush very wet at all. We're just going to lightly brush this with water. If this gets too wet, it's gonna come apart, okay? This is just a rice paper image. So it's printed on a printer with food coloring, okay? So now that we've wet our image, we're gonna put it wetting it a little bit first just keeps it from wanting to curl up. Okay, you can take your toothpick and kind of help push it in where you want. And there is your image on your first cookie. I love how just like it's black and white and clean, gets the message across. Okay, so now we're gonna do the same thing for our other rectangle. We're gonna go through and flood it. And just fill it in. Don't worry about missing any spots. We can come back to them. Okay, so now, see, I want to just push a little more over there, so I take my toothpick, and if I just rotate it in circles, it kind of gets that icing where I want it to go. And then shake it out. And now we're going to do the next rectangular shape. So again, dip your paintbrush in water, and then on a paper towel, and lightly wet your image. And find that you really want to make sure that you're wetting the edges, because that's where it wants to curl. And it definitely will want to curl on this one because this one's got more ink on it. But again, you don't want to get it too wet because then it'll fall apart. Sorry, you see I have now frosting and food coloring on my hands. Life of a baker. Okay, I'm just using that toothpick to kind of push it in. All right, and then lastly, we're going to flood the circle. There we go. So that is my son in the basement playing Roblox very loudly. You hear him. All right, let's see. I'm gonna just shake that one out. Okay, and then we're gonna get our anti-vape picture. And again, turn it over. Grab your paintbrush. Let's see if I've wet this one enough. Okay, now let that one dry a little bit. I have the black, which I'm thinking the black can just be another border to add just like a final touch to it. We could do a border around the outside of the rectangle. We can even come in and add a border right along the icing image. Okay. That will help it from curling up a bit as it dries. We could do the same for this one. So black border on the outside. You could even, if you want, come in and do just a border of polka dots if you wanted, right along the image, kind of making it so that it's like half on the image and half off, kind of anchor it down a little bit. So however you want to do it, okay? This is the part where you can kind of get as fancy as you want. Get creative as you want. Okay? But no matter what, the good thing is that you get to eat them. Okay? So however you want your images to look. All right, so thanks for joining me at the Cookie Nook. I hope you enjoy your cookies and have enjoyed making them. And make sure, I know you're spreading that hashtag, We Know the Risk, and I think that this would definitely get a lot of attention for that. So have fun, and thanks a lot. Bye.